Hello and welcome to the Forward Podcast. We're so glad you guys tuned in this week. Thanks for joining us. It's been a good one, and I'm back. I was out last week.
Yeah, and it's so funny because I feel like I'm allowed. When you're out, our viewership goes way down. I think people are like, "Oh, it's just him." Yeah, forget it.
Really? Did it?
Maybe it should just be the Kari Shepherd show.
That would be exciting.
Oh, really?
I'm just kidding. No.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
You
It'd
could
never
take
get
over.
done, that's for sure.
When we
get one
procrastination
episode
here and there.
Yep.
No, it would not. You do a great job.
Well,
I could be your general manager.
I would
Keep you
either
going.
do a great job or a horrible job. There would be no in between. This we know.
Great.
This
You would-
we know.
Under the pressure, that's when you work the best. So
It's
yeah.
all or nothing.
I do feel like you work that way a lot. Like
Yeah.
it's kind of all or nothing.
Yeah.
You are
I'm
not
either-
an in between.
I'm either
at
into
all.
it or I'm not.
Yeah, and honestly, you ask anybody who podcasts, that there is some ebb and flow with it too.
Yeah,
It's like
that's true.
even for us, we're like, let's do this one. Oh my word, we heard back from these people, and let's put
Yeah.
this in. And then there's the nights where it's like, oh man, we need to do some podcasting tonight.
I was talking to some people at church tonight, and they were of the elderly variety and probably in the upper elderlies as well.
They were old.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I asked them how their week had been, and they said, "Oh, busy." And I was like, if y'all are busy,
No. Why are y'all
there is
busy?
no hope for my future.
Right?
Like, I really want to be old just so I will not be busy. And I can complain that no one comes to see me and, like that. I can't wait for that. But then I'm like, no, you cannot be old and busy at the same time. That's not
Yes,
right.
but the busyness then changes. Like, I feel like busy for old people. I'm not making fun of old people. Like, we're old to somebody, but their busy is like, oh, we were so busy. We had to get up and
Go to the grocery store.
right. We had to go to Costco and get our
That's true.
card fixed because they wouldn't pick up the telephones.
Oh, you sounded just like an old
Yeah,
person.
that's it.
You're
I
going
talk
to
to
be
a
a
lot
good
of them.
old guy.
I hope I'm a cool old man.
I know. You better be, or I'm not sticking around.
Finally gonna divorce me, are ya? You're like, you're not a cool, distinguished old guy.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what? I know we're 80, but I'm done with you.
I think I might be able to do better
I'm a trade you in. Those old guys you say I'm a trade you in for
for a younger model.
or two
I
20s.
didn't do this.
Trade in the 40 for 220s or whatever it
Oh
is. Yeah.
my, did they say that? That's horrible.
Oh, maybe I wasn't supposed to say that. Maybe you women were not supposed to hear that
Well,
part.
I guess not.
But we're trading you in, that's for sure.
Well,
Just kidding. I'm sticking around. You better be sticking around.
I'm here. I'm
I-
excited to be old. That's a weird way to start a podcast.
Tonight we're talking about how cool it is to be old and
I
go to
know.
Costco and get your card changed out, and then over to Sam's Club to see who'll give you a better deal.
Oh, a card. I thought you said car. Initially, I was like, oh,
Oh,
I guess
well,
people change. Can
I
you
don't-
trade a car in at Costco?
They do have a. Why are we talking about this?
I don't know. Okay,
everybody's
moving on.
going to tune out. Yeah, for sure. Hey,
Whew.
tonight we're talking about old people.
We're really not.
No,
Who brought that up?
You did. Talking to old people at church. Okay, so we're going to talk about excellence this evening. Something that Kari is so good at. Excellence without perfection.
Yes.
So kind of the goal of this evening is really to go through one point, kind of set this foundation. I feel like, Kari, it's very important to kind of just hammer down to this one point, because if we don't, what we wrote for the rest of the show, it's not going to make a lot of sense if we fly through it. So we really would like to talk about just raising the standard of life, family ministry, without losing your joy.
Yeah.
And I think that is so key, because anytime you speak of two words, excellence and perfection, there is a lot of fear that comes in. There's those like, oh, give me a break. And then there's a lot of people who are very excited about it. Like, oh, okay, yes, finally, we need this. But we're raising the standard of life and family ministry, but we want to do this without losing the focus and the joy and the passion that we ought to have for life. There's this really cool verse that Paul states, and he says, Whatsoever you do, do it heartily as unto the Lord and not unto men.
Mm.
And what's so awesome about that verse is, number one, it makes a lot of sense for living a good, joyful life. But then also, it's showing us that if you want to live a joyful life that is heartily, as the King James puts it, you are not going to get that trying to live up to the standard of men, trying to live up to someone else's opinions or their perfection or kind of what they have dropped on you as far as their, looking for one word, not standard, not opinion, maybe opinion. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
You're going to be
Expectations.
miserable. Thank you.
You're welcome.
If you're trying to live up to the expectation of man, and man, Kari, I've done that a lot, and it is a very miserable place to be.
I guess I would kind of start out asking you, because I'm not really a perfectionist in most things, maybe in like folding towels and sheets, but other than that,
You're good at it. I'll tell you that. You have it down.
I don't feel like I'm a super perfectionist, but I feel like you are. So how has that rang true in your life, where the things you do for the Lord, because I feel like when you do something, you really, I mean, if you're going to do it, you put everything that you have into it.
Yeah.
But we just can't do that anymore. I actually just told this to my friend Heidi the other day, and I said, I don't have the capacity with everything we have going on in our life to be a perfectionist in every area. I've had to let that go. And I've had to let go even sometimes doing things with excellence. And hopefully I do the big things with excellence, but the smaller things that aren't as big of a deal, or that just fall in under the category of, this would give me, pride in myself, and I would be, this would kind of give me the applause of men, and has nothing to do with the Lord or my testimony for the Lord. I've had to let those smaller things go. But you definitely tend more towards perfectionism than I do. So how does this verse ring true in your life, and where do you balance that? You want to be a good testimony for the Lord, but you also, you want to spend time with your kids, and you want to be able to do more in ministry than just one thing perfectly. And so how do you balance all that?
Well, I think our title is so important because it's excellence without perfection. And
see, I tend to marry those two.
Yeah, it is. Maybe we ought to change the title, because I do as well. But there is a difference. They're trying to live. You can live a life of excellence. Like, wow, excellent job. That was wonderful. It was great. A kid might come home with a B, and that's excellent for them. It's not perfect, but it's excellent.
Okay, that makes sense.
Perfection is this. We want things to be excellent, whether it be in our home, for our kids doing work or school or ministries. But perfectionism really creeps in and steals our joy of doing life with God, because we're trying to live up now to this standard or this
expectation.
No, this you're just really trying to live up, I guess, to this standard that is not attainable. And a lot of people, that there is the pressure in life, in marriage, and especially in a lot of the ministry circles that you grew up in, that it has to be perfect. You have to practice a song, and you cannot sing it until it is absolutely perfect. And schedules in the services have to be perfect, and the outfits and the hair has to be Easter quality Sunday perfect each and every week. And it wasn't just striving to be excellent and living our life. It got to this place of it has to be perfect. And when you have a brain, I think what you're talking about, like I have, that we argue sometimes about this. I don't know if I'm quite type A or
I think you're type AAA.
So when you have a personality like mine, there is sometimes, the pressure to do something that's perfect. And it's not fun at all, because you never feel like you ever attain it. You
Right.
want it. There's so many times I want it and
Mm.
I strive for it. And it's excellent. It's great work, but it's not perfect. And for some people who have personality like me, that's a very discouraging place to be.
Yeah.
And I at times have had to give that up. I've
Hmm.
had to, okay, I cannot achieve that level. And so it's not just lowering the expectation, it's just saying, I'm just going to give it my all.
Hmm.
And my all is what I've got, and that's what I'm going to do, and that's what I'm going to be okay with.
Hmm.
Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it's important to find that balance, especially, and it's easy for us to talk about the life stage we're in, but in parenting and in ministry, both of those things, the bar for perfection is so high. It's so high. It's
Do you feel like it's
daunting.
getting worse too?
Yes, it's horribly worse than it used to be.
So what's bringing that on?
It's just we know too much about everybody. It's just,
Yeah.
I mean,
Man, that's key. That's so true.
if I knew just the moms from our church, my,
In your
work,
circle.
my circles,
Yeah.
I would not feel overwhelmed. I mean, there would be times I would feel, oh, I'm comparing myself, or maybe they're doing a better job, or they're really good at this, but it wouldn't be overwhelming
Mm,
because we do life together and you don't only see their perfect days, you see
mm,
all the other nuance that goes behind their perfect days.
yeah.
And so you're mentally able to balance it. When you're seeing, you know, apps full of perfection, it is really discouraging. That's been a huge problem. And this is kind of a little rabbit trail, but with women, and I've trying to balance our daughters with what they see online for clothing.
Mm,
Like, you don't, I don't want them to have an unhealthy body image and to be a size where it puts strain on their heart and they're overweight and their body is unhealthy.
right.
But at the same time, I don't want them to think they have to be a certain size in order to be accepted. So there's like a middle road there where even our online, if we're looking for, oh, Lois needs school pants or whatever, and we're looking online for just even shopping apps can be so extreme where I'm like, who's fitting these clothes? Like, this is crazy,
Right.
It's just everything is very overwhelming and we know too much. So the bar
Yeah.
for perfection, and that was a little bit of a trail, but
That's
I
good.
think women will empathize with that. Is you just get to the point where you're so sick of seeing everybody's reels. I'm like,
Right.
I don't care how your kitchen looks, and it's when you're making a meal and everything's perfect. Like, I'm done. And even sometimes people will say to me like, "Oh, do you follow her?" And I'm like, "No, I don't follow influencers. I
Mm,
follow maybe 3,
yeah.
and
Me.
well, obviously,
I'm
you
not an influencer. Just kidding.
and the ones I follow are very real
Yeah.
and they're very honest, and they show their kids having meltdowns and different things too.
Mm,
So, yeah, I think that pressure to be perfect is higher, and the bar is so much higher than ever before.
that's good. I thought about there is even this pressure nowadays. We used to see it in the as a millennial, so we're in our 40s. We used to see it a lot just in Hollywood, and now it has made its way into a lot of our homes and our churches. And this perfectionism is has made its way not just with clothes, but also with our bodies,
Yeah.
to where it's not just even staying in shape anymore. Of okay, let's look good, let's look excellent, let's work out, let's take care of our bodies. It's gone to that next level of trying to have this perfect body image, and
Yeah.
so now it's exploded with Botox and all types of fake body parts and working out, spending 8-10 hours a day in the gym, and then it's your Instagram channel, it's your TikTok channel. It's gone from this like, hey, this is God's temple and let's take care of it, to
Yeah.
from excellence to perfection. and
Yeah.
and there's a lot of people we know who will tell you it actually becomes very addicting.
Mm.
It's depressive, because that's where you get people who their body is just so morphed into what happened,
Yeah.
It's because they could not attain that perfection. I just
Mm.
need one more shot, one more injection, one more surgery, one more, session working out.
Yeah.
We've gotten to this place where it's like, listen, you're beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, you look great.
Yeah.
Be okay with that. But do
Yeah.
you see where we went from, like, now, no, this is not good enough. Now I have to be not just excellent, I have to be perfect.
Yeah.
And that is not attainable.
And the sad thing is, that's what you don't see on your phone. You don't see that
Yeah.
middle road of, this is excellent for what I can do and my life stage, and this is fine,
Right.
and it's not perfect, and that's okay.
Right.
That's the middle road. You either see people at their worst and they're posting, body positivity, and I don't care, and I'm not going to be, pushed
Don't
into
body shame me.
Yeah, don't body shame. Well, like, I don't really want to be that either. I do want to try.
Yes.
But I just can't work out 2 hours a day. I don't have 2 hours a day. And even if I did, I wouldn't spend it working out.
Right.
Like, it's just, there is a middle road there, but nobody posts the middle road. I mean, I shouldn't say nobody. I'm sure they're out, a few are out there, but the overwhelming majority is that push to be one side or the other.
Right.
And that's tough.
It's funny because I wrote this down that unfortunately you see the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
You see the opposite. You brought up clothing. I brought up body, and you can even see it in ministry, family. Yeah. It's like, well, I will never reach that, so I'm just not going to try.
Yeah.
And that's not right either.
Right.
That's where, well, I can't get an A, so I don't care if I just get a D all the way through. Well, that's not right either.
Right.
Like, well, our church will never be 500, so bless God, we're just going to have an unorganized, Joe, stand up and give a testimony, and we start when we want. That's not right either.
Yeah.
Like, we ought to strive to do our best. We ought to strive for excellence, for the glory of God.
Yeah.
But just realize no one is perfect.
Yeah.
We live in a very, very sin nature flawed world that there's none righteous, no, not one. For all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. You never reach that. And that's where, you do have to be careful that it's not, you're scrolling TikTok and I'm never going to look like her. So I'm just going to let myself go and binge on, Cokes and cookies and chips for the rest of my life. But that's ungodly as well.
Right.
Like that's not right. It's the temple if you're a Christian listening to this. And so I think that pendulum does swing at times. And is that your phone?
It's way over there.
It can swing at times. So let me just put it this way. Perfectionism promises peace, but it always just delivers pressure. And what happens is in the home, it shows up in unrealistic expectations.
Yeah.
And especially when you're trying to live a life, this is where people, I'm just talking about myself, this is where I get frustrated, is I'm pushing as hard as I can for this. Why isn't everybody else? And the unrealistic expectation comes in on a spouse or on your kids. Look, I'm trying to keep this house clean. Why is nobody else? I'm trying to grow this church. Why isn't sister so and so and brother so and so? It becomes this unrealistic expectation on everyone else. And who taught me really to stop that? You.
Aww.
And
I thought you were going to say that story of Mary and Martha in the Bible.
Well, that's a good one too, but you preached it to me. I just remember really pushing one of our kids to perfect grades. And you pulled me aside and said, it's never going to be there. It's not going to be there. Like what you're looking for in that child, the IQ is not where you want it to be. So stop. Strive for the best that they can do.
Yes. And
I'm telling you, it's not like I was sitting there all defiant. Like it did hit me. Like you're right.
Yeah.
And that did help me. This was a long time ago, but that did help me in a lot of other things. Like some people just don't have it in them to reach as far as maybe you can in a certain area. So stop trying.
Yeah.
A coach, that kid might never be able to reach the expectation you want them to. They're just not gifted enough. A child with a grade, a B might be their best.
Yeah.
And you have to be okay with that.
Yeah.
For all of us, we might only be able to bench 140 pounds, but that's where we're at. Other guys are going to be 300, but that's okay. A woman might be able to get down to fill in the blank with this weight. Okay, that's not for you. We're all created different.
Yeah.
And again, when perfection promises peace, but what it delivers is just always this pressure, and it's not always pressure on self. What I've learned is sometimes, Kara, I push that on other people.
Right.
Why aren't they here working when I am? Why don't they care about God's house like I do?
Yeah.
Why aren't people 5 minutes early? Why are they on time or late? It's just this drive, and unfortunately it creates a lot of tension in the home.
And that's interesting because that perfectionism in you pushes you to kind of end up being somewhat judgmental of others. In me,
Very much.
I turn it inward and I say, I'll never be good enough. I'm never enough, no matter how hard I try, no matter what I'm involved in. It's never enough for anyone. I don't have enough of me. I'm not good enough to take what I am and make it enough for everyone.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's a gender difference or personality difference, the way we process differently, but it's just very interesting because I don't ever turn that outward and say, well, if they would help, if someone else would, I always turn it inward, which, I mean, both are wrong. And really, honestly, both are sinful because what you said earlier is when you do your best, and you made the statement, for the glory of God.
Yeah.
And that's what it should be.
Yeah.
It should be, I'm doing my best for God's glory. And if I'm judging other people and what they're doing, or I'm saying, well, I'm doing all this, but I'm still not enough.
Yeah.
And God says I am enough. And
Right.
God says, but this is what I've called you to do. It might be small, but this is what I've asked you to do. Like that, both attitudes are sinful and wrong because it really should be about God. It should be about, hey, God called me to be a mother in my home, or God called me to start a business. God called me to pastor. God called me to, do whatever, lead a camp or go on a mission trip or whatever he's called us to do, or even drive a truck. I mean, anything small to great, it should be, I want to glorify God in this. And when that ceases to be our motivation and our motivation becomes everyone else seeing that I'm doing a great job, or even pleasing myself. Well, I should be better than this for my own lofty standards because I think I could do amazing. Either way takes the emphasis off of God and off of his glory and off of his will, and it turns it back on ourselves.
Yeah.
And
really
that's
good.
like a huge
awesome.
Slide down into, you just ruined it.
I don't like talking about this anymore.
It's tough.
Yeah,
it's tough.
convicting.
It is very
It's super
convicting. Yeah.
But I love how you put it. It is realizing that God has never called us to perfection, but he has called us to faithfulness.
Yeah.
And he has called us to progress. And he has called us to be a new creature in him. But swallowing that's not easy. And I love how you brought out, you and I don't think it's a gender thing because we both have friends that the husband is more like you and the wife would be more like me.
True.
In that my personality brings out, and I hate to say this, but it's true, it brings out very judgy. And like I get very,
oh my.
I compare and I judge, and it's not good. I'm not saying, I'm the sinner and I'm confessing on the podcast. I'm just saying it is a personality that I have that
a lot of
that
people
brings
are like
out.
that.
Whereas you are inward and you are saying, I'm never good enough. I'm never big enough. But where we are the same, I think both spectrums of people are the same, is that we become our greatest critic. And people with personalities like me, we are hard on ourselves. It's not that I just live a life and like, oh, well, Kari never lives up to my expectation. it is. I'm hard on myself. Like
Mm-hmm.
I beat myself up. You were supposed
Mm-hmm.
to already be done with this book by now. You're supposed to be through with this book series and preaching 2 weeks ago, and you're still not. Like, what's
Mm-hmm.
wrong with you? You were supposed to have more in a savings account by now, or whatever the case might be. It's not just that we're critical on other people.
Mm-hmm.
People with a personality like me that strives for perfection. Everybody has to like me. Remember
Mm-hmm.
those days?
Oh yeah,
That was tough,
I do.
realizing, wow, people actually don't like me. Like, that's
Mm.
weird. What's wrong with me? That is,
What's wrong with
that
them?
stuff just, well, that's how I started. And I grew in the Lord and realized yeah. Anyways,
Continue.
I'm not perfect. Close. But, anyways, we are a critic on ourselves as well.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like you could speak into more, you're a critic on yourself, but it's the opposite way.
Yeah.
Of like, I'm not good enough, or I'll never be good enough.
Yeah.
And you could probably even slide into the opposite direction of why even try then.
Yeah.
We've seen that with our kids several times as well.
Yeah. I've seen some growth in our family. Even tonight, it was funny. We were trying to grab a quick bite to eat after church because we knew we had to come home. We had a lot to do before the kids go to bed. And we're at Burger King for the second time.
Why are you bringing this up?
I
man?
know, because people want to hear this. So several weeks ago, maybe a month, we were at Burger King. Why do we go there?
Why?
We never do.
We've been twice in a year.
We've been
and
twice in
both-
5 years.
Probably, literally. And both have ended.
So the first time, I was having a really rough time. I was stressed. I was grumpy. And Rose knocks over an entire drink, a large.
And I mean,
And she
the
jumped
whole thing.
She dumped it on herself. It
Yeah.
got on a few of us, but I mean, we had to literally go get
right in her lap.
clothes in the van and change her in the bathroom. It was terrible. And it was very stressful, and we were like mad. Like everybody was cleaning up. It was tense. She was crying.
Our food wasn't coming. Your sugar was low.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I was very stressed because
on
I was
edge.
not feeling well. And so then tonight we tried like 2 other restaurants, and you're like, I'm just going to Burger King. I should have said no.
I know. I can't believe we didn't.
Not the Burger
But
King.
we had already driven around. It's late.
So annoying. And that
we've
dumb
had a
road is
crazy day.
closed. Anyway, so we go in, we sit down, same kid, same thing.
True story.
Dumps the drink.
As soon as we get our food.
On you.
Straight in my lap.
Straight on him.
And I'm
So-
in my suit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And here's what the point of the whole story
Ooh.
is. I'm really proud of our family, and specifically you.
I was just saying, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Whoa.
Well,
Whoa. Way to
girl,
just bust out
this
that.
perfect boy right here needs some.
He did this.
You
Did this.
need to love me.
Me.
Come on, girl. Give me some praise.
Well, okay.
Uh-oh.
But what did I do? The first thing I did was I grabbed your arm and I was like, "It's okay." I just whispered softly, like, "It's fine. It's okay." And I just kind of got in front of that.
I could see it in your eye. You were like, boy, you better not get upset right now.
Sit down. So I kind of
No, you
immediately,
didn't.
like, I wasn't trying to stop you,
Yeah.
like, from being upset because you were soaking. I just wanted you to know I'm okay. I can handle it. If you need to go to the bathroom and scream.
No,
But our family bounced back.
We
like
did.
everybody, even
we
the
all
kids.
jumped up.
They jumped up. Tommy was over there grabbing napkins. The girls were clearing the spot. I refilled her drink she had spilled. You kept your calm. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, our family pulled it together. And
Fast.
a month ago, we were not.
Yeah, we did bad.
We did real bad. So I feel
we
like,
got an F.
yes. I mean, we can be taught. And it's not
Yeah.
always like, oh, I'm failing every little trial God puts in front of me. I mean, even the little things, look, that's a small thing to some people.
Right.
If you have multiple children out there, it's not a small thing.
Right.
Because you know how quickly something dumb like that can escalate, and you're yelling at your kids and you're embarrassing your family in Burger King. I was kind of embarrassed we were in
Yeah.
Burger King anyway. And it's just,
Now
you
we
can,
told the whole world.
yeah, I mean, it can escalate, but even small victories are
Yeah.
worth it. You don't have to be perfect. Progress is a beautiful thing,
I
even a
love it.
little bit.
Hey, great place to end.
Let's do it.
So we've talked about the pressure to be perfect,
Yes.
and next week we're going to jump into the pursuit of true excellence. But I think this has been a good episode,
Yeah.
good place to stop,
Very
Kara.
good.
So Awesome job this week.
Mhm.
Oh, we're supposed to have a good week.
Goodbye. Good luck. And
See
have
you
a
next
good
week.
week.